The following broadcast is a copyrighted production of 412 Communications. Any non-personal retransmission of this broadcast without the express written consent of 412 Communications is hereby prohibited.
A live look inside Fred Rust Arena as the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division I team returns home to wrap up their fall semester with a two-game set against the Seawolves of Stony Brook University in their first of four meetings this season. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications press box. Glad to be back with all of you here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Hope you all had a lovely Thanksgiving. As far as the Delaware Blue Hens men's Division I ACHA team goes, a lovely Thanksgiving indeed for them, as in Chicago the weekend prior to the holiday, they came back with 4 out of a possible 6 points after falling to UNLV, defeating Arizona State, and then defeating Roosevelt. So strong momentum for the Blue Hens, coming back to Fred Rust Arena for their first of 4 meetings with the Seawolves. 2-1-0 in Chicago, 9-7-2 on the year. And here tonight, they'll be backstopped by Tim Briley, the product of the New Jersey Bears of the Eastern Hockey League. 1-2-1 on the year with a save percentage of .862. Jacob Snellenberg getting a well-deserved night off. We'll see the third defensive pair of Luke Panapresso and Jack Keller getting the nod off the opening draw, along with the third forward line, Cade Coughlin from Calgary, Alberta. At the left wing of the Wisconsinite, Cody Diaz. And Tommy Tracy, another EHL alum, hailing from Team Maryland, lining up at the right wing. On the other side of the red line, Chris Garofalo's Stony Brook Seawolves, 6-7-2 on the year. Will be backstopped by Steven Reginato, making his third appearance in Seawolves red. 1-0-1 with a save percentage of .933 and a solid goals against average of .288. Justin Nakagawa leading this team in points with 7 goals and 11 assists on the season. Will Cormanic with 8 goals and 8 helpers. But we will see the line of Semeka, Newman, and DeSaro starting for Garofalo's Seawolves. Anthony Marr and Colin Wenrick getting the nod on the defensive side. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. And the Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you all season long by the law office of Heather A. Long. InjuryDE.com, the place to go to learn more. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass and meet the teams. It's the first of 4 meetings this year between Delaware and Stony Brook, and it's coming up next on the Delaware Hockey Network.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit InjuryDE.com.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
The ice has been resurfaced, and we're ready for a Friday night tilt between two very familiar foes, both of which have taken up residence in the ACHA Men's Division I Top 25 rankings. Stony Brook at 24, Delaware at 22, and inside the glass we go for the Limestone Pension Associates starting lineups. Hockey fans, good evening. And welcome to Fred Rust Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Tonight, the American Collegiate Hockey Association and the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League present a men's Division I regular season matchup between the 24th ranked Stony Brook Seawolves and ranked number 22, your University of Delaware Blueheads. Let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For the visiting Stony Brook Seawolves, coached by Chris Garofalo, Andrew Viglucci, and Mike Burdett. Starting in goal, number 29, Stephen Reganato. On defense, number 44, Colin Wenrick. And number 21, Anthony Mara. At left wing, number 18, Alex Semeka. At right wing, number 91, Paul Desaro. And at center, number 61, Nick Newman. And now let's meet the starting six for your University of Delaware Blueheads. Starting in goal, a freshman from Boston, Massachusetts, number 31, Tim Briley. On defense, a freshman from Warminster, Pennsylvania, number 26, Luke Panapresso. And a senior from Morris Plains, New Jersey, number 5, Jack Keller. Starting at left wing, a freshman from Calgary, Alberta, the pride of the prairies, number 20, Cade Coughlin. At right wing, a sophomore from Mount Airy, Maryland, number 28, Tommy Tracy. And starting at center, a junior from Foundry City, Neenah, Wisconsin, the Iron Man, number 37, Cody Diaz. Your Blue Hens are coached by Todd Middlemeyer, Jason Bainge, and Eric Sterren, assisted by student manager Anthony Massio. The on-ice officials for this evening's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are referees John Poling and Brent Kendall, and linesmen Bob Edwards and Brendan Liu. Fans, at this time, we ask that you please direct your attention to the American flag situated directly above center ice as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. ready to rock and roll in the first state. First of 4 meetings. Between the Seawolves and the Blue Hens. Stony Brook wearing their away reds, Delaware wearing their home whites. 20 minutes on the clock. Brendan Liu to conduct the opening faceoff. The Iron Man Cody Diaz from Foundry City, Neenah, Wisconsin. In for the opening draw across from Nick Newman, and here we go from Fred Rust Arena. Puck is down, they're off. And just 12 seconds in. A quick shot and a quick save from Tim Briley. Face off to Briley's right. And another stoppage, just 33 seconds into the first period. This an icing. Against the Seawolves. And the first we see of Delaware's big guns. Tanner Mahoney in for the attacking zone draw. Point held by Donor. Guelph throws the puck off the near corner boards. It is recovered by Mahoney at the center of a two-a-side battle. He takes a heavy shoulder check from Newman. In that battle for territory, walking the other way is Semeka. He throws on the brakes just above the Delaware blue line before flipping the puck the rest of the way in Blue Hen territory, and that enables the Seawolves in their sharp new red sweaters. Seawolves across the front in script text to get a changing of the guard. This thrown in by DiNapoli, recovered by Rodriguez behind his own net, but he can't clear. Valenti held the right point. He caroms the puck in behind the net on the stick of Legret. Unable to push this clear was Guelph. Trezera held the left point. Rolling puck in the far corner. Turned back below the goal by the exiting Hudson DiNapoli. This taken away from Kazicki by Ryan Rodriguez. One of more than a handful of point-a-game players on this Delaware team, along with Guelph and Mahoney, his line mates. And Dominic Guido in that territory as well. And we'll see him on the second line together with Luke Doshin and Trevor Early. Puck out of play, a minute and 52 into the opening period. And speaking of the second line, Trevor Early on for the face-off for Delaware. Driving the puck back into Stony Brook territory, but it's quickly recovered by Kowalski. Kowalski gains red before launching the puck off the backboards. Pushed by Straubinger up the far wall, but not out. Holding the point was Owen Larson. Here comes Early, 3-on-2 for Delaware. The first shot of the game from the Blue Hens came off the stick of Trevor Early at the near dot, but it was turned aside by Regalado, and there was no rebound opportunity to be had. Quick Stony Brook counterattack. Cooper Smith with a centering pass, bothered by the back-checking Danny Berg. Berg, the Angelino, gives the puck away. Here, winding up from distance was Colin Wenrick, but the shot was off its mark. This left by DeBolt to Doshin. Cross-ice pass, lofted to Infanger. This left to Shane Straubinger, who gains center before being driven into the glass by Lomtavis, and we've got a pause in play. .252 into the proceedings. DeBolt and Lumtavis take the draw. False start, says Brendan Liu. So in to take Lumtavis' start after the violation was Thomas Liebold, and the Blue Hens' Alex Infanger protects position and possession for the boys in white. DeBolt, far corner. Shouldered off the puck. Battle surrounds DeBolt and Keller. Liebold leaves this for Wenrick, and here come the Seawolves. Wenrick carries the puck in over the line, centering feed to Liebold. He was double-teamed to the low slot while the other Seawolves changed up. Lowe picks up a loose puck. He drives it right in over the Stony Brook line. He and Liebold get tied up. They break away with no further incident. Meanwhile, Wenrick tried to walk this back in. But the Seawolves are called offside. 3 minutes and 39 seconds into the first period of a 0-0 hockey game, and we've only seen one shot on goal from each side. A lot of back and forth play in this feeling out period. The play resumes just above the Delaware blue line. The advancing pass from Donor was intended for Coughlin. Tracy with an open ice hit. He and Valenti got tangled up as Ted Valenti tried to cut back from right to left for the Seawolves. This is Coughlin the other direction. His stick lifted by Trezera. Nick Newman recovers for the Wolves, but he's unable to clear. Crossing back to the left point before hustling off for a change was Coughlin to drive the puck back deep into Stony Brook territory. Tracy scraps forward across from Haskins. Tracy recovers, but he could not connect with Rodriguez in the low slot. Brady Burke stands up Paul DeSaro at the left wing boards, but DeSaro was able to work the puck deep into the Delaware end. Haskins, headman feed to DeSaro cutting into the slot, but he couldn't get stick on puck just above the blue paint. We're coming to the 5-minute mark of the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. Kowalski from the Stony Brook blue line with the dump in. Icing waved off. Danny Berg forced to play the puck. Mahoney with a heavy hit on DiNapoli trying to circle behind the Delaware net. Here's Guelph the other way. Drop pass. Mahoney's shot was wide. This is swatted up ice from in front of the Stony Brook bench, and it will come back an icing with 14:44 to go in the first period and no score to be had. Whether you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know how overwhelming and confusing the recovery process can be. That's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule a free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's Long, or visit injuryde.com. Berg back in his own zone to Early, bodied off the puck by Haskins. Doshin lays a hit on Legret, and here we go. Linespeople having to get involved as we've got our first penalty of the game. Referee Brent Kendall from Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, giving us our first call, and it's going to be against Luke Doshin. A boarding call. 5:50 into the first period. Putting the Blue Hens on their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the night. Schedule your first cleaning at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 15, Luke Doshin. 2 minutes for boarding. Time of the penalty, 5 minutes 50 seconds in the first period. Doshin 2 for boarding at 5:50. Wenrick met in the far corner by Goose, but he had help from Cormanic. This is taken away and flipped up ice by Cade Coughlin, but under duress. Took Coughlin some effort to get that puck deep into the Stony Brook end. It's recovered by DeSaro, and fresh penalty killers come on for the Blue Hens. Goose, Keller, Infanger, and Early. Goose holding his ground. DeSaro, cross ice pass, ricochets off the far boards. Semeka tries to work one in low. First goal of the game came from James Kazicki as Stony Brook strikes on the power play to take a 1-0 lead. James Kazicki potting his 6th of the year. That goal coming 6 minutes and 58 seconds into the first period. Power play tally giving the Seawolves the early advantage. Stony Brook goal, his 6th of the season. Scored by number 70, James Kazicki. Assisted by number 13, Justin Nakagawa, and number 16, Owen Larson. Time of the power play goal, 6 minutes, 58 seconds in the first period. Kazicki's 6th from Nakagawa and Larson at 6:58, a power play goal. So third Stony Brook shot of the game, a successful one. Kazicki lighting the lamp for the Wolves on the power play. Justin Guelph trying to start something for Delaware to get back on level pegging. The Mahoney shot off the centering pass from Rodriguez was blocked. Guelph again. Blocked shot from the top of the circle taken away by Semeka. Haskins over center. Off the toe of his backhand, flips the puck behind the Delaware goal. Keller caroms it up the near wall to Guelph. Guelph cross ice feed. Connects with Guido. Centering pass, Panapresso crashing the net. Couldn't get stick on puck. Protecting his Early. Into the slot, Guido again. This taken away from him, 20 feet out by Newman. The Wolves back on the offensive. Newman couldn't get to the puck in time. It's recovered by Keller, who had a little bit of an advantage getting back into Delaware territory. 11:20 to go in the first period. Stony Brook and James Kazicki drawing first blood on the power play after the Doshin boarding minor to take the 1-0 lead. Guido tried to walk one in close, but was stonewalled by Reganato. This will come back into the neutral zone, it appears. Play does resume just above the Stony Brook blue line with the Seawolves barreling back up ice. Coughlin playing the body on Nakagawa, who last time was here was the recipient of a punishing hit in front of the Seawolves bench by Delaware alumnus Jay Luce. We still have nightmares about that one. Good to see Justin doing all right. Wenrick here walks right into an offside situation. And a lucky break for the Blue Hens, coming with 10:23 to go in the first period as they were nearly outmanned and outnumbered in that ensuing Stony Brook attack. Lomtavis and DeBolt DeBolt winning the draw for Delaware, Brady Burke. Leaves us to Chance DeBolt. Cross ice pass, Infanger with time and space. 2-on-2, he let a shot go from 40. It was sticked away by Regalado. The puck out of play brings action to a halt. Face off to Reganado's right. Going the way of the Seawolves, and here's Nestepny. Pinched to the wall by Lowe in neutral territory and forced to dump the puck into the Delaware end. Net front scrum, bouncing puck. It's swatted out of harm's way. It rolls nearly out of the zone. The shot from Larson. Caught and held by Briley for a pause with 9:46 to go in the first period of what stands a 1-0 hockey game advantage Stony Brook. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years and counting, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Nine and a half to go in the first. Goose holding the line. He let a shot go from distance that made it on net, easily handled by Regalado, who was able to track it well through traffic. Mahoney bothered by Legret. Off the setup from Guelph, couldn't get a shot away. Rodriguez on the re-entry to Guelph. Pinched to the near half wall by Newman. This left across to Keller. That one made it through from distance off the left leg pad of Steven Regalado for save number 5, 11 minutes. Into the first period, a 1-0 hockey game. Kowalski's breakout pass well overshot to Sorrow. Strawinger with a hard carom to Doshin, and up the right wing boards comes Dominic Guido back into Stony Brook's end. He was angled to the corner, but able to maintain control of the puck. He steers it behind the cage, early angles in at it. Doshin offering support as Wenrick tried to take it away for the Seawolves. This is Berg. 200-foot defenseman turning at the left side after crossing behind the goal, but his shot was off its intended mark and deflected into the control of the Seawolves' Anthony Mara. This will come back in icing with 7:49 to go. In opening period play from Fred Rust Arena. Bob Edwards spotting the ensuing face-off to the left of Steven Regalado, who has saved all 5 Delaware shots that he's seen so far. Diaz and Kazicki in for the near side draw. That shot from Donor blocked down by Regalado, and the rebound cleared out of harm's way. There, a chance in the slot from Tracy, trying to pick up the pieces, was Coughlin on the doorstep, but he couldn't. Well, Cormanic recovers. Semeka gloves this down off the feed from DeSaro. Burke corrals the bouncing puck off the backboards. Tracy takes a high hit from Trezera after working the puck into the neutral zone. Here's Diaz in a one-on-one, but he's steered to the near corner by Valenti. Diaz pulled back, got a shot away, but it was a C-grade chance at best. Right into the pads of Regalado. 2-on-3 the other direction. Cooper Smith leading the Stony Brook charge. He was angled by Panapresso to the far corner. Valenti off the cross slot feed, taking aim from distance, and Briley holds for the pause. Our dear Fred Rust Arena organist getting into the holiday spirit. And Fred Rust, oh, that's offside. And Fred Rust Arena will be decked out in red and green tomorrow. For the Blue Hens' final home game before the Christmas break. Hens were offside, but they advance back into the Stony Brook end off the face-off win. The shot from Panapresso made it on net, but it was paddled aside easily by Reganato. Kowalski behind the cage. We've got a man down away from the play. It is Lomtavis. He's back on his feet. He heads off. And a step and he clears the zone. Panapresso with time and space corrals the puck and pulls back to his own line. Up the left dots comes Luke Panapresso barreling into the Stony Brook end. He throws the puck off the backboards. Caught a dead space on the boards. Panapresso turning and shooting. Puck is loose in front. And this is cleared out by Haskins hanging close to home. Solid chance for the equalizer for Delaware and Luke Panapresso, but not to be. Here is Straubinger into a 1-on-4. Puck goes up into the netting and out of play with 5:22 to go in period number 1. And Stony Brook leading 1-0 from Fred Rust Arena. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, or place your next catering order by calling 302-439-4937 or visiting sidsbbqandjerky.com. Face off to Reganato's right. Mahoney crashed the net to no avail. Puck swatted up the far boards out of the Stony Brook zone by Legret. Kazicki tags up, so the delayed offside is no more. Guelph had time and space, though, to build up plenty of speed. He comes barreling in. Rodriguez off the cross slot feed. Canceled out by a lunging Steven Reganato. What a shot, what a save, and a chance the other way from Legret. Kicked aside by Briley. Rodriguez tried to run the gauntlet behind the Stony Brook goal. He was bodied off the puck early, trying to offer support, but it's pushed away from his reach and now cleared back to neutral by Smith. .4:15 to go in the opening frame. Stony Brook 1, Delaware 0. Odd man rush for the Hens, 3-on-2, but Doshin bobbled the puck over the line, and it was turned by Kowalski back the other way. Cooper Smith taking aim. That was blockered down and away, but wide. Delayed penalty coming up. It is against Stony Brook. So Briley heads off, play action behind the Delaware net. Keller's going to carry this out himself. Early to Doshin. Steered back to Early in front of the Stony Brook bench. Across to Panapresso. This goes just inside the line. He launches the puck in. And it's touched up for a pause in play. First Delaware Sports Medicine power play of the night coming up. 16-34. Into the first period. Learn more at desportsmed.com. The Stony Brook penalty was assessed to number 13, Justin Nakagawa. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 34 seconds of the first period. Nakagawa 2 for hooking at 16:34. Berg to Doshin. Second power play unit on right now for Delaware, completed by Guido, Tracy, and Straubinger. Joey Trezera up the left boards. Converges with Guido in a race for the puck. Straubinger recovers. Stretch pass finds Tracy up the right wing boards. Trezera caught up to him and took away the shot opportunity. Too many players on the ice. Against Stony Brook, so the Blue Hens get themselves 58 seconds of a two-player advantage. Deluxe version Delaware Sports Medicine power play. 5-on-3 for nearly a minute. Stony Brook penalty, bench minor. Too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 17 minutes, 36 seconds in the first period. Stony Brook bench minor, too many players on the ice at 17:36. Inside the final 2 minutes of the first period. Rodriguez botched the one-timer. Mahoney to Rodriguez. Diaz camping out at the top of the paint. Rodriguez winds up. He shoots and scores. Ryan Rodriguez with his 12th of the year gets the Blue Hens back on level pegging. Off the feed from Mahoney. Rodriguez opens fire at the top of the circle. Still a minute 10 on the man advantage for the Blue Hens. And on their 13th shot of the game, they have tied this back up. Oh, Delaware goal! His 12th of the season. Scored by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez. Assisted by number 36, Tanner Mahoney. Time of the power play goal, 18 minutes, 26 seconds in the first period. Rodriguez, his 12th from Mahoney. At 18:26, a power play goal. There is less than 1 minute remaining in the period. Diaz with a face-off win in neutral territory. In come the Hens again, looking for a rapid-fire second. They've got the man advantage for another 15 as Leibold was named to serve the too many players minor. Centering pass intercepted by Cormanic. Here's a one-on-one. Smith hard shot. Ricochets off the back glass. Down to the final seconds of the too many players minor. And Mahoney works clear of his own zone. Advancing pass to Diaz up the right wing boards. Diaz steered behind the cage by Haskins. Maintains control. He leaves this to Keller. Long shot right into the chest protector of Steven Reganato. And he holds for the pause with 10.4 seconds to go in a first period which has seen the Blue Hens get one back and get back on level terms. Infanger and Newman. In for the far circle draw. Another quick shot. Another Reganado save. Infanger and Newman meet again. Final seconds of the first tick away. And the horn sounds to signal the end of the first. Through 20 minutes, the score, Delaware Blue Hens 1. Stony Brook Seawolves 1. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the first intermission.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm. Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. 20 minutes in the books, and we've got a 1-1 hockey game between the Stony Brook Seawolves and the Delaware Blue Hens in their first of 4 meetings this season. Both goals coming on the power play. Stony Brook's coming from James Kazicki. And Delaware's coming from Ryan Rodriguez, who with 1 minute and 34 seconds to go in the first period, potted his 12th of the season. To get the Hens on level pegging with the Seawolves of Stony Brook. A couple notes from the first 20 passed our way from the stat man and our production assistant Eli Swope. Tanner Mahoney, a perfect 7 for 7 in the faceoff circle through the first 20 minutes of action. Blue Hens with 10 giveaways, but only 2 takeaways in the first 20 minutes. So while they've outshot Stony Brook so far, cleaner puck handling, crisper passing can go a long way if the Hens are going to try to build any sort of meaningful advantage here in the second 20 minutes. Ready to roll for period number 2. Second period could be brought to you by you. Sponsorship opportunities are available. Learn more. Email mjr at 412communications.com. Bob Edwards ready to drop the puck on period number 2. Mahoney, Kazicki ready for the start of the second, and they're off. Stony Brook penalty assessed to number 21, Anthony Mara. Five minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct and a game misconduct at 20 minutes in the first period. Mara 5 in game for unsportsmanlike at 20 minutes in the first period. We just got word of that from upstairs, so a bit of an unusual start to the second. And a long Delaware sports medicine power play for these Blue Hens to try to gain a second period advantage. .315. To go on this power play. Now 2:50 to go. As that number gets reflected on our upper left-hand corner score graphic. Only one shot so far for Delaware on the man advantage. Make it 2. Tracy. Cross ice pass to Straubinger. There's a third Delaware shot on this power play, but it's steered into the near corner by Regalado. Tracy taking aim. This goes over the glass and out. With 17:20 to go in the second period, Hens keeping the pressure on the Seawolves. And the puck ricocheted off the glass in the far corner. So Brendan Liu spots the face-off to the left of Stephen Regalado, who's come up with 3 saves on 3 shots here to start the second. And there's a second Delaware goal. All the way from downtown. Oh, captain, my captain, Riley Donor gives the Hens the go-ahead. We see it again on the 412 Communications instant replay. Donor opening fire from the top of the zone to give the Hens the advantage. 2:52 into the second period. So all 3 goals tonight have been scored by teams on the power play. And for Donor, that is his 4th of the year. Oh, Delaware goal! His 4th of the season. Scored by number 18, Riley Donor. Assisted by number 21, Justin Guelph. And number 36, Tanner Mahoney. Time of the power play goal, 2 minutes 52 seconds in the second period. Donor's 4th from Guelph and Mahoney at 2:52. Looks like the Hens are going to go down a man for too many players on the ice. So we're 4-on-4. Somebody's got to serve the minor. And that's what we're waiting for, is Dominic Guido. Heads to the penalty box. We are 4-on-4 for the time being. Delaware penalty, bench minor, too many players on the ice. Time of the penalty, 4 minutes, 4 seconds in the second period. Delaware bench, too many players on the ice at 4:04. 18 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Berg to Straubinger. Early could not cross the center point in time to hold the zone. So he pulls back to his own line. And for the next minute and 3 seconds, the Delaware Blue Hens are on a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Wenrick to Kazicki. Around to Kormanek in the near corner. Centering pass to Kazicki was broken up. Kormanek shot. Blocker down and away by Briley. Race for a loose puck. Goes Delaware's way. Coughlin heading a 2-on-1. This drop back to Keller. Shot was wide from 35 feet. And the rebound's covered up. What a fast break counterattack there from Delaware with 21 seconds left on the penalty kill. Facilitated by Cade Coughlin. Up the left wing boards. The drop pass to Keller. He had the shot lane, but the glove hand of Regalado gave the Seawolves the last word on what was Delaware's 20th shot on goal of the night. Shots 20-8 in Delaware's favor. 10 seconds left on this Stony Brook power play. Kazicki, Wenrick, DeSaro fans on the puck. Here's Kormanek trying to put one net front. Unable to jam the puck in on the doorstep was Justin Nakagawa. He was denied by Briley, but the rebound chance goes in. And the Seawolves have tied it up as Kazicki, right on the welcome mat, gets his second of the night. It was Kormanek, rather, who drove it home for the Seawolves. And we're going to see that again right now. Another look at this second Seawolves goal. Nope. It was Kazicki with the tip. So he gets his second of the night and his seventh of the year. And we're all knotted up 2-2. Stony Brook goal. His seventh of the season and second of the game. Scored by number 70, James Kazicki. Assisted by number 91, Paul DeSaro. And number 13, Justin Nakagawa. Time of the goal, 6 minutes, 11 seconds in the second period. Kazicki's seventh from DeSaro and Nakagawa at 6:11. Near circle draw in the Delaware zone does not go the way of Joseph Lomtavas. Doshin could not recover for the Hens in attacking territory before Valenti started the advance back up ice. The setup from Lomtavas to Nestepny resulted in a shot that was deflected high and away. Guido the other direction, unable to make anything happen. Trezera stayed right with him. 12 and a half to go in the second period of a 2-2 hockey game. Leibold bothered by a stick lean from Guido, who in turn recovers the puck, but he stood up in neutral ice. Messrs. Poling and Kendall say play on, despite contact off the puck. This is ruled an offside pass and will go all the way back down. Nice long stoppage. This play returns to the Delaware end. We've reached the 8-minute mark of the second period, and we're tied up 2 aside as Stony protects the line for the Seawolves but turns the puck over. Coughlin to Tracy up the left wall. Puck rolls behind the net. Kowalski trying to turn momentum back in Stony Brook's favor. Take the check in the near corner from Coughlin. Panapresso could not hold. This is Kyle Stepney into a one-on-one with Goose. Goose takes away the passing lane and the shot lane. Crashing the net with a chance was Paul DeSaro. Briley hugs the near post for the save. Coughlin the other direction. Toe drag from Tracy ensures an onside entry. But the pass ahead was off its mark, and Haskins turns this the other direction. Nakagawa through traffic, steered wide of his shot lane by Panapresso, and the subsequent shot was wide too. Haskins confronted by Diaz. Checked off his feet right at the Stony Brook blue line. The Seawolves advance is prolonged by Wenrick. Panapresso recovers for the Hens. He caroms the puck behind the net. It's swatted the rest of the way out by Donor. And there's no icing the other way. Haskins bobs and weaves through traffic. Drop pass and a congested high slot taken away by DeBolt. DeBolt waiting. The entry is good, says Lou. Burke slowing up Smith as he tried to counter through neutral ice. We have reached the halfway juncture of this contest. It's a 2-2 hockey game from Fred Rust Arena. Steven Regalado doing his fair share of the heavy lifting. Registering 19 saves on 21 shots. 9:53 to go in the second period of this 2-2 hockey game. Friends, if you're like me, healthy living is important. A Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help you and your family stay healthy at home with periodic sanitization and disinfecting of your trash and recycling bins. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Straubinger holding the point. Guelph off his backhand tries to shovel one in from the slot right into the pads of Regalado, who comes up with save number 20. Straubinger lost the point. He hustles back to his own line. Kazicki fires the puck beyond his reach into the far corner of the Delaware end. And Berg will try to carom this out to no avail as Legret maintains attacking position for the Seawolves. Here comes Mahoney. What edges, what stick handling, but he gives it away. Another costly giveaway for the Blue Hens, as that led to a James Kazicki 2-on-1, but his shot from point-blank range was saved by Briley. The giveaways have been the Achilles heel for Delaware tonight, but they've certainly made up for it on the other end with quantity and quality chances. Rodriguez tried to give it back to Doshin, but his line mate was caught unawares. This glove down by Goose, but he was unable to maintain Delaware momentum. This is early, 2-on-2 with Guido. Shot was off its mark. It caroms off the near corner, and Keller lost the zone. Early last to tag up, Nakagawa had time to get to center and flip the puck deep into the Delaware end. Kormanek in the far corner gives way to Noah Goose. Guido behind his own net. Cross ice pass to Doshin, who plays the body on DeSaro to try to recover the puck. 12 minutes gone in the third period. 7:46 to go in the second. After Regalado makes another save, And the face-off will come to his right, with this game yet deadlocked at 2. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your brand and your clientele, your team and your audience. Broadcast to social, print to digital, the 412 team will put their 40-plus years of experience to work for you. East Coast, West Coast, and everywhere in between, including the Piedmont region of North Carolina. Let's talk about how to get you noticed. Visit us today at 412communications.com. 7 and change to go in the second period, and a third Stony Brook goal. That one launched in from the left half wall. Alex Semeka potting his third of the year. The top Stony Brook line combining to give Semeka goal number 3 this season, and to give the Stony Brook Sea Wolves, goal number 3 this evening. Stony Brook goal, his third of the season, scored by number 18, Alex Semeka. Assisted by number 61, Nick Newman, and number 91, Paul DeSaro. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 55 seconds of the second period. Semeka's third from Newman and DeSaro at 12:55. Six and a half to go in the second period of a 3-2 game. This puck goes over the glass and out with 6:27 remaining in second period play. False start off the whistle, as meeting to the right of Tim Briley are the tandem of DiNapoli and Guelph. Hard shot off the draw from Valenti. Was blocked in heavy traffic. Guelph, bothered by Trezera, finds Rodriguez trying to run the gauntlet. Bodied down behind was Guelph after trying to get a shot away. 6:05 to go in the second of this 3-2 hockey game. Stony Brook with 3 goals on only 14 shots. Kazicki chips this into the near corner. He and Panapresso converge. Trying to walk the puck free, Rodriguez bats it beyond the reach of Legret, but he cannot work it clear. 5.5 minutes to go. Guelph, odd man rush. Rodriguez tried to wrist one from 23, but he caught the top of the puck. Not great contact. Guelph off the early setup. Didn't have a lane. Larson did well to clog up the slot. Panapresso launches one in from distance, dropping to the butterfly. Reganado for the save, and this was cleared out. Recovered by Early. Kicked back to Keller. Final 5 minutes of the second period of a 3-2 hockey game. Stony Brook with 2 unanswered goals. Kazicki's 7th of the year, Semeka's 3rd of the year. to take away what was a 2-1 Blue Hen advantage. Goshen tried to float one into the slot about belled high. Donor couldn't hack it out of midair. Here's a give and go with Guido, backhand shot. Sprawling for the save was Reganado. Steven Reganato's come up big on the defensive here a few times in the second period, especially for Stony Brook. Inside the final 4:12 in the second. Riley Donor protecting the line. Cody Diaz. Back to Donor, working the left wall. Donor circles behind. Coughlin robbed. By Reganado with 3:46 to go in the second. Highlight reel worthy save. Steven Reganado, who's holding steady with a .933 save percentage on the season. So far today, he's batting .920. Tommy Tracy with a launch from distance over the crossbar and deflected up and out. 3:32 to go in the second. Diaz and Newman in for the ensuing draw. Straubinger could not hold the point. Coughlin works the puck into the slot, but he gives it away to Colin Wenrick. Wenrick puts on the brakes 10 feet above the blue line, and he dumps the puck into the Delaware end. DeSaro couldn't run the gauntlet behind the Delaware net. This is advanced to Diaz. Oh, this is offside. 2:55 to go in the second period. And a gathering of college-age boys develops in the far corner of the Stony Brook zone after play was whistled to a halt. If you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen, or if you're a weekend warrior like me, regardless of what the case is, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal best and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. .255 remaining in the second period. And we're ready to resume play. From behind the Stony Brook goal, Colin Wenrick. To Nakagawa, on up the left wing board, or the right wing boards to Smith. Panapresso tried to slow him up. Smith leaves this back to Haskins at the point. It's taken away from Cormanic by Panapresso. 2:22 to go. Gaining center was Haskins, rolling the puck in behind the net. Valenti protected the point. This bounces off Haskins back to neutral ice. We're inside the final 2 minutes of the second period. Stony Brook with a 3-2 lead over Delaware. Infanger walks in. Shot was deflected offline by Ted Valenti. Infanger chases down the puck below the goal. He leaves us to the point, and Burke across the line. Donor! Shot was steered wide, roundabout the dots. Kazicki's got 2 so far tonight. He's got the puck. He leaves this back to defenseman Ted Valenti. And as the intended recipient of the breakout pass, Kazicki was knocked off his feet. 80 seconds to go in the second period. Kazicki flips this in from distance. Briley could not cover. And he's run into net front. Final minute of play in the second period. The scoreboard display malfunctions on site continue to trouble. Legret ruled offside. 31 seconds remaining. So with the offside, the faceoff will come just above the Delaware blue line. Apparently, Stony Brook coach Chris Garofalo and a couple Seawolves players expressing concern over the timekeeping. We're ready to go. And play resumes. 25 seconds. Now down to the final 20 in the period. Working this up ice is Trevor Early. 15 seconds. 11 seconds remaining in the period. Eleven seconds remaining in the period. 11. And the final 11 seconds will tick away with the score remaining 3-2 in Stony Brook's favor. At the end of 40 minutes, the score, Stony Brook Seawolves 3, Delaware Blue Hens 2. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network after the second intermission.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Welcome back inside Fred Rust Arena. 40 minutes in the books. Stony Brook with a 3-2 lead over the Delaware Blue Hens after trading goals in the first 6 minutes. Delaware and Stony Brook tied up 2-2. It was this Alex Shemeka goal to give the Seawolves a 3-2 advantage. And then on the other end of the ice, Seawolves netminder Steven Reganado coming up with a bevy of 10 Bell saves to keep his Seawolves in front. 40 minutes have gone by. Bob Edwards is ready to drop the puck on period number 3. Crucial third period coming up for the Blue Hens. Down in front to start the third. And the Blue Hens on the attack to start the third. With chance to bolt, unable to set up Goose at the point. Semeka, who's got the go-ahead, could not get past DeBolt. This recovered by Wenrick. Rodriguez throws this off the near boards in the neutral zone, but Lowe couldn't reel it in. It was turned the other direction by Kowalski. Kowalski again at his own blue line. Cross-ice pass, time and space for Larson taken away. Kazicki takes a check from Mahoney. Burke recovering the puck, and now Rodriguez. Saucers one high through neutral territory, chased down by Justin Guelph in the near corner of the Stony Brook end. Mahoney takes a high hit from Kazicki, who recovers for the Wolves. This tipped by Legrette to an accelerating Hudson DiNapoli. His shot from the top of the near circle. Caught and held by Tim Briley for a pause with 18:14 to go in regulation in this 3-2 hockey game. Kormanek off the face-off win, the one-timer from Smith. Off the Nakagawa setup, did not connect. Early the other direction. Slowed up by Trezera. Not to be that guy, but it takes a special kind of individual to stand directly in front of the lens of a live camera. Kudos to our technical crew and videographer Sydney Butler for making sure we've got a clear view of everything through the course of this first 2.5 minutes of the third period. In comes Keller, shot, waffle boarded down and away by Reganado. Lomtavis to Wenrick. Wenrick hassled by Diaz behind his own goal. Now finds space up the far wall. He gains center. He puts on the brakes at the blue line, flips the puck in behind the Delaware goal, and hustles off for a change. Here comes Brady Burke the other way. Quick pass to Coughlin. Shot! Again, blockered up and away by Reganado. This was loose in front. A couple quick shots from Coughlin. A couple quick saves from Reganado to keep his Stony Brook Seawolves up 3-2. .15:40 to go in the third period from Fred Rust Arena. Burke with space to operate, gains center. He lobs the puck in from distance. And it's gloved down by Steven Reganado for a pause with 15:29 to go. And his Stony Brook Seawolves clinging to a one-goal lead despite a barrage of shots coming from the Blue Hens. Guelph and DiNapoli. In for the near circle faceoff. Controlled by the Seawolves. Taking an open ice check was Legret as he tried to get the puck away. Guelph back in the other direction. Centering pass. Rodriguez couldn't reel it into the high slot. Legret takes a check from the forechecking Tanner Mahoney. But the Seawolves, Kazicki maintains. Here's Guelph walking in off the steal. He tried to roof one past Reganado, but put too much loft on the puck. Valenti to DiNapoli up the left side. DiNapoli, after gaining center, tipped the puck deep into the Delaware zone. Berg gave it up to Kazicki. Kazicki walking into the dot. His shot was blocked. Smith, Kazicki couldn't get a shot away cleanly. This is walked up the middle by Rodriguez the other way. Guelph was onside for the entry. Drop pass to Danny Berg. His shot made it on target and was steered into the corner. Nearing the 6-minute mark of the third period, Cooper Smith has a one-on-one. Panapresso beaten to the punch. Smith walked in for a shot, and this goes into the netting and out of play after the Tim Briley save. .13 remaining. Briley with 15 saves on 18 shots. And a face-off coming to his right. Early in Cormanic. Astride the near dot in the Delaware zone. Panapresso caroms this up the wall to Doshin. Chased down by Early. Here's a 2-on-2. Early and Guido together. Early got a shot away, chasing his own rebound off to the save from Reganado. He was unable to generate a secondary chance. .13:40 remaining. Stony Brook with a 3-2 lead over Delaware. Guido steered behind the cage by Kowalski. Loose puck corralled by Haskins, but not cleared. Protecting was Guido. Panapresso could not prolong Delaware's momentum. In comes Newman for Stony Brook. Drop pass to the near half wall, and waiting was Semeka. Looking for a second goal tonight. His shot was wide. 2-on-1 the other way. Here's Diaz. Diaz shot, stick save by Reganado. And nobody home for the second chance opportunity. Tracy will try again. Coughlin had time and space. but the advancing pass overshot him. Burke winding up. Oh, that one nearly made it through, but Reganado kept it in front. Stepney with the dump and chase. Burke with the recovery for Delaware. Up the middle to Infanger. Puck tipped into the near corner. He and Valenti got tied up. Valenti leaves this for Trezera. Lowe could not protect the zone. Berg reels in the puck at his own blue line. Straubinger throws this up the ice, near far side rather, as we work our way to the 8-minute mark of the third period. Straubinger failed to hold the zone on the pass near side to Berg. Stepney pulls back. This across to Valenti. Thrown in from distance and up into the back netting it goes. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution tailored to your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long is committed to providing empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. Schedule your free consultation by calling 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com to learn more. Wenrick, bothered above the blue line, let a long shot go, but it was well off its target, and we've got a whistle with 11:21 remaining. What does Johnny Poling have? A trip on DiNapoli. The DiNapoli trip spells a Delaware sports medicine power play for the Blue Hens. 8 days after Thanksgiving, the turkey is back on the table as the Hens 2 for 4 on the power play tonight. Get a prime opportunity to tie this hockey game up. Stony Brook penalty assessed to number 19, Hudson DiNapoli. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes 39 seconds in the third period. DiNapoli 2 for tripping at 8:39. Icing against the Hens. And Tracy gets tied up on the near circle draw by Cormanic. Cormanic with the steal, pulling back to his own line. Puck is launched by Valenti from Stony Brook territory all the way behind the Delaware goal. This is Rodriguez accelerating up the right dots back into the Stony Brook end. He let a shot go. He had some mustard behind that one too, but Valenti laid out to block it. Another chance. Off the stick of Ryan Rodriguez with exactly a minute to go. On the DiNapoli tripping minor. And a glove save from Reganado brings action to a freeze with 10:21 remaining in regulation. Diaz and Wenrick both cautioned. Puck is down and on we go again. Rodriguez back to Guelph. Guelph pinched to the wall. Diaz protecting. Guelph, Donor, shot into traffic was blocked. This recovered and cleared by Alex Semeka. Final half minute in this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Hens running into some hot net minding from Steven Reganato, who saved 33 of the 35 shots he's faced. And despite a man advantage for 2 minutes, the Hens still have some catching up to do. Center ice face-off, restarting play. And Delaware working from west to east. This rush led by Guido. Hard shot from the far dot was wide. Keller steps up, battling for a loose puck with Semeka. Unable to clear was Valenti. When we see a 14 in Stony Brook red, we think Van de Zilver, but the thing with collegiate sports, players come and go. Doshin's shot into the Reganato glove, and we've got a pause. 8:22 to go in their third period. Stony Brook 3, Delaware 2. Despite Delaware doubling up Stony Brook in the shot department, 36-18. DeBolt and Lomtavis took the near circle draw. Holding the point is Straubinger off a failed Stony Brook clear. This goes out, play ends. .754 remaining. Kazuki, who's got 2 goals tonight for Stony Brook, winning the draw across from Diaz. Fast break for the Seawolves was slowed up as Legret was driven into the near boards. Puck rolls to the far corner. Straubinger tries to take it away from Kormanek. It's left by Coughlin. Back to Diaz behind the net with 7.5 minutes to go. This stretched up the far wall, but taken away by Haskins just inside the Stony Brook blue line. Final 7. Kowalski walking forward, angled into the corner by Berg. Kowalski stick handles, he sets up Nakagawa. He got a shot away from the top of the slot. Briley squared up for the save. Regardless of the result tonight, we will do it all again tomorrow. And here is Reganato freezes for save number 35 tonight. We'll take a look at tomorrow's broadcast details. Game time 5:30 for the second of 4 meetings this year between Delaware and Stony Brook. Tomorrow's will count toward the Eastern States Collegiate Hockey League Conference standings. And when these two teams meet just outside New York City in mid-January, Again, the second game of the weekend series will be the one that counts toward the conference standings. Six minutes to go. Guelph holding the line. Could not further Delaware's progress. Valenti to DiNapoli. He gains red before the dump and change. Guido to Doshin the other way. He leaves this to the accelerating Dominic Guido. His shot was off its target. Doshin from center. Lofted the puck in off the corner board's far side. Wenrick to Haskins. Up the right wall this goes, tipped, says linesman Brendan Liu, so no icing. Final 5 minutes of the contest. Stony Brook with a 3-2 lead over Delaware. Neither team has scored here in the third period. Delaware goals from Rodriguez and Donor both on the power play. For the Seawolves, Kazicki has 2, and Semeka with the go-ahead, coming 7:05 to go in the second period, I should say. There a shot lobbed in at Briley, tipped away. Kormanek with another chance from the half wall, paddled up and out by Tim Briley for a pause with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go. As always, stick around after the game for our Sid's Barbecue and Jerky 3 stars of the game. And when you're in the Newark, Delaware area, certainly consider Sid's for takeaway lunch Monday through Saturday or for your next special occasion. Sid's taking pre-orders for Christmas dinner as well. Leave the cooking to Sid's. At Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont. Open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. SidsBBQandJerky.com. The place to go to learn more. Desperation mode for Delaware. Centering pass from Coughlin did not make it to Diaz. Here's Berg working the top of the zone across to Strawberry. Launches the puck in. It was sticked down and away by DeSaro 10 feet after the release. Diaz trying to pave a way to the net, bothered by Joey Trezera. He leaves it to Strawbinger, trailing down to the far corner. He put one net front, but it sailed past Tommy Tracy, who was bothered by Kazicki in close. Inside the final 200 seconds from Fred Rust Arena. Trezera's heading off in pain. He heads right off the bench and outside the glass. Meanwhile, Burke gets a shot away. It was wide, and the rebound's picked up by Valenti, but not cleared. Burke holding the point. Coughlin was boxed out net front. His presence canceled out by Wenrick, holding close to home. Valenti tried to slam the puck around the corner boards and out. It is held in by Justin Guelph. He's tripped in the high slot. And with 2:35 to go, the Blue Hens will get another chance on the power play to try to make amends in front of a home crowd. Or will they? Valenti's off. This is at 17:25. Are we going to go 4-on-4 is the question. Todd Middlemeyer pleading his case that the Hens should go on the advantage. But Cade Coughlin's number has come up too. So we are 4-on-4, and here are the particulars. Stony Brook penalty was assessed to number 14. Correction, number 18, Alex Semeka. 2 minutes for hooking. Delaware penalty assessed to number 20, Cade Coughlin. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalties, 17 minutes and 25 seconds in the third period. Semeka 2 for hooking. Coughlin 2 for high sticking. Both at 17:25 in the third period. Mahoney, Rodriguez, Donor, and Guelph on for the 4-on-4. Here's Cormanic the other way. Taking a shot which goes up and out. Cormanic, Smith, Wenrick, and Kowalski. Kowalski's off. Haskins will take his place. Face off to Briley's left. 2:17 to go in a 3-2 hockey game. We're 4-on-4 for the next 100. Guelph up the right wing, boards in off the Donor feet. Here's Rodriguez with a hard shot right into the pads of Reganato, who made his 38th save of the night. Delaware net is empty. Extra attacker is on. And this shot from Donor is held on to by Reganato for another pause in play. There's a look at that Delaware empty net. On the far end of the ice. Gaping target for James Kazicki to shoot at off the draw. He's got 2 of Stony Brook's 3 goals already tonight. Donor could not hold the point, but he wins the race back for the icing. A 102 seconds to go. And Delaware's going to take their timeout. Timeout, Delaware.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Think about it.
Minute 42 to go. A minute 7 left. In the reduced manpower situation, Mahoney, Guido, Rodriguez, Guelph, Donor. In for Delaware. Final 100 now. Mahoney gave it away. And this will be an icing. Stony Brook with a 1-goal advantage. Nothing stopping them from trying for the empty netter. But an icing gives Delaware another attacking zone draw. This one pushed out by Kazicki. Recovered by Rodriguez. In comes Guelph up the right wing boards. Final 70. Mahoney back to Guelph. Holding the top of the zone is Donor. 27 seconds and the ice is going to get a lot more crowded. Backhand chance from Rodriguez didn't fall. Scrap for the rebound that's taken away by Kazicki. He aims at the open net. And this will come back an icing again. Timeout, Stony Brook. We're going to take our other timeout as well. We'll be back on the Delaware Hockey Network here momentarily.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Home stretch, 49 seconds. The Stony Brook timeout enables both teams to keep their big guns on. 5 seconds left in the 4-on-4. And another icing. Final 29. DeBolt, the sixth on for Delaware. Scrum net front. Guido trying to jam it in. No! 3 rapid-fire Reganato saves. 20 seconds remaining. This scrum controlled by Cormanic. Guelph recovering for Delaware, but this taken away. DeBolt protects. Here's Mahoney. He shoots and scores! Tanner Mahoney on the doorstep beats Reganato. It's 3-3, and you've got to be here to believe it. My goodness gracious! Tic-tac-toe, Tanner Mahoney with 8 seconds to go is gonna send this one to OT. Delaware goal. His 15th of the season Scored by number 36, Tanner Mahoney. Assisted by number 22, Ryan Rodriguez, and number 25, Chance DeBolt. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 52 seconds in the third period. Mahoney's 15th from Rodriguez and DeBolt at 19:52. At the end of regulation, the score stands Delaware 3, Stony Brook 3. Regulation shots on goal. Stony Brook 22, Delaware 46. There will now be a 5-minute 3-on-3 overtime, and goalies change ends for the overtime period. Goalies change ends for the overtime period, and it is a sudden victory overtime. The team who scores next wins the game. Good luck to both teams. Tanner Mahoney coming in clutch. To keep Delaware alive and push this game to OT. Donor, Mahoney, and Rodriguez, the 3 on for the Blue Hens. Cormanic, DeSaro, and Wenrick, the trio of Seawolves. Cormanic and Rodriguez get tied up. Here's Mahoney. Drop pass to Rodriguez, time and space, but the cross-ice feed intended for Donor was broken up by Wenrick. 2-on-1 counterattack for the Wolves. Kazicki's shot was taken offline, but Briley came up with the save after the block. Minute gone in overtime. Guelph and Guido lead the zone entry. Berg coming in on the defensive as Guido stick handles in the far corner, bothered by Kazicki. Johnny Poling nearly taken out behind the play. Berg leaving this to Justin Guelph. In the slot he comes. Backhand shot was on target, but saved by Reganado. 3.5 to go. And Guelph's going to head off for a trip. No doubt about that one. So 1 minute and 41 seconds into the overtime. Play is now going to resume 4-on-3. The Delaware penalty was assessed to number 21, Justin Guelph. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 1 minute 41 seconds in overtime. Guelph 2 for tripping at 1:41. Play will resume with Stony Brook on a 4-on-3 power play. So 4-on-3 for the next minute and 51 seconds. When the Guelph penalty expires, we'll go 4-on-4 until the next stoppage, and then we revert to 3-on-3. Wenrick puts on the brakes, steered by Infanger to the near wall. Panapresso and Goose, the other Delaware penalty killers. Nakagawa cycling to Cormanic. This left high. Back to Wenrick it comes off the stick of DeSaro. Wenrick, Cormanic. They play keep away. Here a one-timer and a game-winning goal from Paul DeSaro to seal it for the Stony Brook Seawolves. A heartbreaker for Delaware after clawing back on level pegging. 2 minutes and 24 seconds into the overtime. The Paul DeSaro one-timer, his 6th of the season, gives Stony Brook the win. Stony Brook goal, his 6th of the season, scored by number 91, Paul DeSaro. Assisted by number 44, Colin Wenrick, and number 76, William Cormanic. Time of the power play overtime game-winning goal, 2 minutes and 24 seconds in the overtime period. DeSaro's 6th from Wenrick and Cormanic. Time of the game-winning power play goal, 2 minutes and 24 seconds in overtime. The final score, Stony Brook 4, Delaware 3. Final shots on goal, Stony Brook 24, Delaware 47. Fans, it's time for the Sid's 3 Stars of the Game, presented by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Tonight's 3rd star, with 2 goals for Stony Brook, number 70, James Kazicki. Tonight's number 2 star with a goal and 2 assists for Delaware, number 36, Tanner Mahoney. And the number 1 star of the game, backstopping Stony Brook to victory with 44 saves, number 29, Stephen Reganato. So that, friends, will do it for us on this Friday night from Fred Rust Arena. We will do it all again tomorrow as the Hens and Wolves meet for the second half of their weekend set. After going down 3-2 in the second period, Tanner Mahoney unleashes the game-tying goal with 8 seconds to go. But the late rally from the Hens proved too little too late as Paul DeSaro sealed it for Stony Brook with a power play overtime game-winning goal. James Featherwright saying goodnight. We'll see you tomorrow on the Delaware Hockey Network.